What's happening, YouTube? Hey, um, this is a real quick response video to one comment that Blue Blood Sports TV said. Um, but he was asking whether or not the longer that you wait, he was asking if Terrance Bud Crawford, the longer that you wait to fight Errol Spence, is that going to work in his favor, or is that going to benefit him, or is that going to be to his, to his downfall? Is the fact that Terrance Bud Crawford is getting older, and by the time it looks like he could line up a fight with Errol Spence, it'll be at the earliest the end of 2021, which would be putting Terrance Bud Crawford closer to 34 years old. Also, he was saying that Terrance Bud Crawford was showing some slippage. He was showing some slippage in his bout against Agitas Kobalaskis, and he was showing some slippage in his fight against Benavidez. Blood said that initially, pre-fight of Terrance Bud Crawford to Benavidez, he thought that that was going to be Terrance Bud Crawford's showcase fight. That was going to be similar to Floyd Money Mayweather going up against Diego Corrales. He said he was so surprised why it took, as long as it did for Terrance Bud Crawford to get on the inside. And he was saying it looked like he saw slippage in Terrance Bud Crawford's reflexes. And he felt like that he saw slippage in Terrance Bud Crawford's reflexes when he fought against Agitas Kobalaskis. Now, Andre Ward was one of the first ones to just openly admit that third round between Agitas Kobalaskis and Terrance Bud Crawford was a legit knockdown. It wasn't a slip. It wasn't a push. It wasn't Terrance Bud Crawford off balance. He got caught with a good punch and he went down. Now, some people feel like, I feel like personally, Terrance Bud Crawford, was not in the tip-top shape and conditioning, and he trained hard, but he was not in the same mindset for Kobalaskis as he would be in the mindset for Errol Spence. But the question is, in time, how much reflexes will Terrance Bud Crawford lose versus Errol Spence? Errol Spence's main strategy does not revolve around reflexes. He has reflexes, but they're not at the same level as Terrance Bud Crawford. Errol Spence relies mostly on power and the battle of attrition. He wears his opponents down, breaks them down to the body. Most of his stoppages are due to body shots, due to body damage, right? But they always say this: Father Time is undefeated, but the last thing to go is the power. So my question is, and my answer is, why is it that reflexes deteriorate before power does? This is my theory. This is my answer to that question. Reflexes, because everything happens in the mental. Everything's happening in your mind first, and then your body reacts. Reflexes is a two-step process. Is a multiple, put it like that. Reflexes is a multiple step process. Combination at least three-step process. Power is just a two-step process. One effort. When you talk about power, you asking your body to generate force one powerful time. I can only think of it in layman's term as like maybe a bench press. If you got a strong 400-pound bench press, you asking your body to come together all together at one point in time and to explode with power. Reflexes is asking your body, is sending multiple signals to different fast twitch muscles to be able to see something and react to it quicker. You know what I'm saying? The quicker you see something, the quicker you react. But your body is not just, you know what I'm saying, looking for, when it comes to power, your body is just looking for one command. When you're looking for reflexes, it's multiple commands, it's multiple signals being sent from your brain to your muscles all at once in order for you to have a combination of seeing something, thinking of something, reacting to it, and then making a move. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 different processes happening all at once. Hence, that's your reflexes. First, you see what you want to do, think about what you want to do, respond, and then you do it. Versus power is less thought process. Power is just power, push, strength. Use everything in your body and just hit as hard as you can, push as hard as you can, run as fast as you can. It doesn't require the same amount of thought or the same amount of effort. Hence, as you get older, you might lose that young man reflex. You might lose that young man stamina, but you maintain that old man strength, that old man power. And then when you're talking about somebody that's genetically gifted to have natural reflexes like a Roy Jones Jr., even when they deteriorate, even when his reflexes slow down, you're still talking about superhuman reflexes that might deteriorate down to a normal or a slightly above normal average Joe's person reflexes. So Roy Jones Jr. reflexes is still going to be faster than my reflexes. Just like we're talking about Terrance Crawford, even though his reflexes did show some slippage, it's not going to bring him lower than a Benavidez or a Kovaleski or your average Joe six-pack. The thing is, he will always have better reflexes, even as they dull. Power is the same thing. When you born strong and you maintain your strength, or you take your strength to the highest potential, even as it fades and you get older and your power starts to deteriorate, you still most likely going to have more power than the average person walking around. You're still going to have more power than, someone that was never naturally born with power. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence being younger, Errol Spence having power, a natural power advantage, a natural size advantage, and then you're talking about the mental mind frame where the best time that Terrance Crawford probably could have caught Errol Spence was right after he fought Sean Porter, or right in between that Sean Porter fight. If he would have fought Errol Spence right after Mikey Garcia, probably would have been the best time, because Errol Spence admittedly, even after his fight with Mikey Garcia, he still didn't take some things as serious as he should. As far as him being comfortable, he let himself fluctuate, get up heavy in weight, and have to go through the same thing again to fight Sean Porter. And he pulled that fight out, but he might not have pulled that fight out with someone at the experience level and the versatility of Terrance Crawford. But now, since he's post-accident and he's been remotivated to train as hard as he did in his earlier stages of his career, eat correctly, keep his weight down, and he's just focused knowing that his He's not impervious. You know, when you're young, you feel like you're impervious, you impenetrable, you can't be hurt. But when you have a moment like that, when you fall out of whatever he was in, a Lamborghini or whatever he was in, it wasn't a Lamborghini. I apologize. I forget what he was driving. But when you fall out of it and it flips over like that and you survive it and you get a second chance, you start to rethink. You start to rethink your whole life, your kids' life, your career. Now that Errol Spence is thinking in a way of one day this is going to be over, and he's taking it as serious as he took it when you just was hungry and you going into that true beast mode. I think that Terrance Bud Crawford would have his hands full with a young lion that's dedicated and just ready to take over. You know what I'm saying? If you just bringing more teeth to the game, if you just bringing more muscle to the game, and you just basically bringing more than what this person can handle, no matter how skilled they are, then it's just going to be tragic for that person. Period. So this video doesn't stretch out way too long, let me get some comments, some feedback. Let me get your thoughts when it comes to reflexes, when it comes to power, and let me know what you think if you agree with Blood that Terrance Bud Crawford was showing slippage against Benavidez. Terrance Bud Crawford was showing slippage against Agitas Kovalovskis. And do you think Errol Spence is going to be the same Errol Spence? Y'all let me know. I'll back to next time.